fellas, it's Trevor from Ogres Models here, and just coming to you with a bench update. Had to put the 68 Roadrunner away for a bit. That kit was getting very frustrating. Things were going fairly well. Got the interior tub together, as you've seen. I got the engine and the chassis. Chassis is pretty much built up. And anyway, started going to finish putting the body together. And man, it just was fighting. And then, not to mention, the rear tail lights didn't fit, and I started feeling like I need to get done and rushing, and I was just sacrificing a lot of quality over it. So I was just like, you know what, this thing's gonna go back in the box for a bit, and I will calm down and come back to it later. So then I get looking into it, and I find out that, oh my goodness, the 68 GTX kit is the same as the 68 Roadrunner. And I'm like, are you kidding me? So I started going over everything. And yeah, the body. So I worked on the body the other night there and was getting it all sanded up and ready, and all the mold lines and everything out of it. And the first thing I went and checked were the rear tail light buckets, where those go. And the good news is the 69 GTX uses a different bucket than what the Roadrunner did. So they fit. That part won't be an issue. The rest of the model wasn't too bad, and actually just looking at it, I noticed that these two kits are pretty much the exact same, with some engine differences. Rims will obviously be different. But the interior is quite similar to the Roadrunners. So whatever, it looks like I'll get really good practice on this kit. But the 68 Roadrunner kit, it's hard not to recommend it. I mean, there was, like, everything else was going together good, but AMT just dropped the ball when it came to the rear tail light buckets, like, for fitting in there. I mean, they're not even close. It was ridiculous. Somebody really dropped the ball there. But anyways, I just thought I'd kind of update you that unfortunately there will be no more updates on that Roadrunner for a little bit. Like I said, not until I, feel like tackling it again. But anyways, this is all sanded and ready to go. The decals in this kit are a lot better as well. That 68 Roadrunner, the decals are horrible. They're very outdated. They need to be updated. What else is wrong with that kit? That's pretty much all I could think of right now. I'm just trying to put that thing out of my mind before it drives me nuts. I'm the type of builder that really likes starting a project and finishing it, and not having anything else in between. And so it kind of pains me to put that thing aside, being that how close it was to being done. So anyways, I'll kind of give a little bit of an idea of what I'm doing with this. This one I want to try to go really detailed on. So this is where I'm going to pull a bunch of these special parts out. I've got a bunch of these 3D printed NOS bottles. I don't know which size I'll use yet, but my wife's uncle, he printed me off, was that six different sizes, so I'll be using one of them. And then I will also either be using these ProTech carbs, or I got these Outlaw Speed Shop ones. Those ones are, I think, I'm liking the ProTech ones a little better. It looks like they have some nicer detail, but I'll see what fits on that upper intake manifold. There's some MSD ignition boxes. I have a bunch of throttle linkage photo etch that I'll be using. I have Detail Master upper and lower rad hose I'll be using. And then also I have the turned aluminum pulleys for that 426 that's in there. So that's just some of the stuff I'll be using on the engine. I also have a bunch of other different wiring that I'll be using. Gonna run fuel line right from the fuel tank. I want to run brake hose and brake lines. You know, just really see how much detail I could knock into one of these things, and then eventually get into opening doors and trunks and etc. But fellas, I've kept you long enough, so I'm gonna let you guys go. Have a good evening, and we'll talk to you soon. Good night.